Peace. We're back on part 4 now. Moving on through. We are still talking about the sun, even though Sister MyRah is explaining to us about coming into our wholeness after we have identified this master of illusion in the case that we are in presently. We have to now, instead of doing all the dissecting, to start turning our attention into the opposite of that.
You have to cross over to the opposite.
Our feelings?
From the visible to the hidden. Okay, the soul realm now. You see, and if you don't, when you reach the max of one level, and you don't cross over to the opposite, then it just becomes abusive. One end becomes neglected, and the other one becomes abusive. You see, remember when the movie The Matrix, the Oracle she was telling Neo, you know, when she wanted him to go get the keymaker from Merovingi. Merovingi represented the abuse of power, and she was telling Neo, a man comes into his to his power through love. But rather going after more love, he goes after more power, and it becomes an abuse of power, you see. So always keeping the balance. And then you had mentioned about the father doing the visible work and the mother behind the scenes doing the hidden work. That's what they were demonstrating in the movie The Matrix with Neo and Trinity.
Right.
Okay, he would move out and reveal the power, but she was always in the background, and they were telepathically connected, and he moved out and revealed the power based on her wisdom. This is what the Sphinx represents: the power guided by wisdom, the head of the woman and the body of the lion. The power guided by wisdom. Okay, power without wisdom is futile. It becomes abusive, and anytime you become abusive, that takes you off the natural universal cycle. And in order to gain power, you have to be in harmony with the cycle of the universal.
Okay, especially using that word universal. A lot of people try to take this information and still be contained here in what I call strictly earth knowledge.
Yes.
Whereas the broadening of it is the universal aspect.
Yes. Yes.
And to me, that's a big part of the trick or the illusion.
Well, you just described father and mother. You see, father cutting down, defining, not believing in anything he doesn't understand, or he can't see or he can't define. Okay, not wanting to go into the hidden realm of the mama, you know, what he don't know. Okay, full of his mastery of what I know, and afraid to cross over to the land of the unknown, you see. So, you know, which is mama's realm, the soul realm, you know, and going into, you know, having to put that into balance, you see. So, the soul realm versus the spirit realm, you see, the external versus the internal, putting as much trust in, anytime you define something, you limit its capabilities, you see. I can define a bird, but if I don't acknowledge the hidden, the shadow of that bird, then I only know of that bird what I can perceive. I'm not taking into consideration the shadow or the hidden value of that bird, which is the true definition.
Gotcha.
You see. And so the Father is what gave us the propensity to only stay in our head and only value or only believe what we can define. And if we can't define it, if we don't understand it, you know, then we don't give it validity. We don't give it equal weight to the mystery or the hidden, you see, which is the complement of what is visible.
Gotcha.
You see, so putting mama and daddy into balance, you see. And then, like I said, then the sun, the fire, the power. He's the most powerful being of the universe, the sun is, you see.
More powerful than daddy?
The daddy, they work hand in hand. Fire and air works together.
Okay.
The daddy is the mind, and the sun is the power. Okay, but see, that's what's handicapped the sun, is the restrictive mind of the father. Not believing in the magic or the mama, and only believing in what he can define, thereby limiting the power, because the sun accesses his power from the hidden realm, and if he's not accessing that, then he's not accessing his true power. He's only depending on the power through his ego, which is an illusion of power. So, and not trusting the hidden magic, you see, of the power of mama, you see. So it's the mind restricting the power, you see, in the injured form, you see.
The injured form?
Yes, in the injured form.
And is ego a sign of injury?
That's it. That's the whole thing, the ego. This is the whole process right now, bringing the son has to come out of the ego. This is David slaying Goliath. They call it the demon of Corazon. You see, this ego. That's David slaying the ego in order to release himself from the illusion. Okay? A man stays attached to the illusion through his ego. He has to supersede that, you see, and put the internal in balance. This is what Neil did, you see, when he chose love rather than the ego. He could have been the one to go save the world, but it was just an illusion. He chose love, which brought him into his full balance and activated his power, you see. So, you know, so coming out of the ego, conquering the demon of Corazon, and like I said, it's not personal. If what you're doing, see, fire is passion, and that's power. Where your passion is what guides your power, you see. So what you're passionate about is what you're going to empower. So, you know, making sure that passion is geared toward the value of the family rather than personal desires, you see.
Okay.
And this is what will activate more power from Mama Universe, because you're serving what is at her best interest, which is the family.
And all four of these elements are not gender specific. They are all each represented. I have all four in me, and you have all four in you.
Absolutely.
So when I'm dealing in ego, let's say I was a female.
Absolutely.
And I had a big ego.
Absolutely.
Or a chip on my shoulder.
We're not talking male and female. We're talking masculine and feminine.
Masculine and feminine.
Yeah, one's internal, the feminine, and one's external. Okay?
Okay.
And so, yes, we all, that's what makes us God or whole, because we have all of it in us.
Okay.
See, and we can access any of it at any given time, you see, and recognizing that that wholeness. And then the last component, last but not least, is the earth element, which is the daughter component.
We're going to pause on this.
Okay.
We may have another 2 minutes, but I want y'all to have the full spectrum when we start talking about the daughter, all right? Because it's very important. It's very important for a whole lot of reasons. All right, we'll be right back with part 5.